morning. Thanks for starting your day with the Farm and Ranch News. The NRCS held a soil health tour across southeast Montana last week. Soil health specialist Marni Thompson told me the idea for the tour came from the desire to get some of their new employees out into the field to see what innovative producers are doing to improve their soil health.
So we decided that we would go to some of the farmers and ranchers in Montana that are really progressive and doing some cool and different things. And so we traveled to Baker, Montana, Hysham, Forsyth, and looked at grazing land, high stock density grazing, cover crops. So just kind of seeing all the different options and ideas that people are bringing to the table to improve their soil.
I joined up with the tour near Hysham on Bart Ikepini's farm, where he plants cover crops after harvest and works with his neighbor to graze cows on the cover crop.
So we put a perimeter fence up, and then we put a fence down our pivot and a back fence, and then we open up the pivot in different sections for the cows to graze fresh crop about every week.
Bart's been grazing cows on cover crops for 7 years now. He said it offers the economic benefit to have those fields producing revenue in the winter, but also adds agronomic benefits.
We're getting better soil structure and some nutrient management things. You know, we're not really cutting our fertilizer, but we're getting more utilization out of the things that are already in our ground. So we are getting a lot of benefit agronomically out of having the cows graze the ground.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll be back to check on the markets.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought, there always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps, but it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ag Report. Well, the USDA offered a few surprises in the World Supply and Demand Report, finally getting a bit more bullish on the global wheat outlook. They lowered production figures for Australia, Canada, Argentina, and the EU as drought or excess moisture has affected wheat crops. That reduced world-ending stocks to the lowest level in 8 years. Now, corn was expected to see reduced production and stocks in the U.S., but the Ag Department slightly increased production as greater harvested acres offsets the reduction in yield. Now, cattle futures didn't really react much, just in a holding pattern, but remember on Monday they did hit contract highs. Cash-fed cattle's been lower for 5 straight weeks now, averaging 182.25 on the live sales last week and dressed at 289.5. An extremely active feeder market at Montana Livestock Auction's cream of the crop sale. 6-weight steers from 260 to 280, top at 287. 7-weights 240 to 258, and the 8-weights 236 to 251. Lamb prices 4 to 8 lower at the big sale at Pays. 60 to 80 pound lambs 224 to 239. Bulk of the breeding rams from $400 to $900 a head. Top selling ram at $16.50. And the corn market fell back near contract lows in reaction to the USDA report. December corn now at $4.76, and wheat just seeing a modest increase to the bullish supply outlook, adding 7 to 12 cents, with December spring wheat at $7.79, winter wheat at $7.30. That's it for today's Ag Report. Have a good one.